timid plays were coming out. Freddie B was going for those more audacious plays that he does like to bring to the table.
Especially Mirage as well.
But it was kind of only him that was actually doing it. The rest of his team didn't really want to go for those ridiculous plays. But let's see if today everyone is going to be stepping up.
So, let's see what the bar's going to be for the CT side. Already it's going to be the smoke and diffuse kit for Kala, usually the utility player. That support player for the CT side, it's going to be utility brought up on no one for the T side. 5 sets of Kevlar right now for the T side bomb. And Freddie B going towards Apartments Palace. And right now it's going to be Smee holding towards mid, holding for the push, coming his way. And apart from that, 2 players coming towards underpass, looking like an eventual A split.
Try and divide that map into 2 as they go for this aggressive play into the round. Right now setting themselves up to go for that burst out towards the A bomb site. Maeve will slowly tiptoe his way through. They're trying to clear the angles. They haven't been seen just yet, and they have got a nice little early tag off on towards Quicks as well, as they do start to go for the parry. Essentially uncontested, Snods.
And now it's all on to Arch as well towards CT. Already a flurry of frags going way of Epsilon Esports. 5 players staying alive right now. Arch can maybe make the difference for making it.
They try and overwhelm towards CT. Arch does go down. It's just Kree left trying to stay alive. The stand-in, but he will fall, unfortunately. Epsilon get that opening round on the board, grab the pistol, and get the bomb down as well.
5 players staying alive as well for the T side. A very one-sided affair on the opening pistol. Aggressive plays coming out from Barber and Co on that T side Mirage. Obviously, the idea was going for the split towards the 8 from underpass. You make the steps going towards B Apartments, trying to force a rotation back towards B, players towards Market, players towards CT. And you saw there was only Arch alive towards CT Spawn to hold off the aggression from Palace as the bomb and Freddie B flooded out of there. It's going to be 1-0 in favor of Epsilon Esports. Obviously, the force is going to come up for the CT side. Colo, the AWP for Prophecy going to be saving for that gun into the first buy round.
Freddie B with a nice little opening headshot as well. Juicy tap. He takes down Kolor. Another frag as well going his way. Finding his entries towards the A-bomb site. Then lose 1 man, but it's quickly traded back as Barbar will take down Kali, leaving just 2 men on the side of Prophecy. They've only done a tad bit of damage against Epsilon to the round. It's not that much economical damage coming through. Prophecy at this point still just trying to find that little bit extra.
Yep, 2 versus 4 right now. Epsilon Esports have the firepower advantage with the rifles, of course. Then again, the Krill and Quicks do have Kevlar. Pistols as well in this game are so prevalent sometimes. Well, unluckily for Quicks, he will eventually go down. So far, so good from Epsilon. 4 players staying alive for the T side. Obviously, no one buying up SMGs just yet, which means money not building to its full potential. But then again, having 4 players stay alive, your money will be stable.
Kree as well. Just hoping he can hold on to his 5-7 armor, giving himself that little bit of an extra starting point into the following round. Epsilon, they're not going to run any risks, though. They just hold back, stay alive at this point, exit together through CT, so they don't lose any weapons. And it's been fairly smooth sailing so far, only losing 1 casualty in Cosmine into the round.
Yeah, Cosmine right now could also buy a Mac 10. You can use him as a utility, information play into the next round, have him probe a site, see if Prophecy on their Philly could be stacking B, stacking A. Are they playing heavy mid? Are they going to go for a crunch mid or those pistols with a flashbang maybe from 1 player? So, Cosmine could buy the Mac 10, could be the information player just to make sure that Epsilon have a clean round into round number 3, have 4, 5 stay alive, and build up as much cash as possible once you do eventually go into the buy rounds. Of course, the question is, where's Kree going to play as well with the Kevlar? Anyway, though, it's going to be the Eco coming from Prophecy. Caller right now on $3,150. He can buy an AWP into the fast buy round, but will lack utility. And you're going to have a Kevlar and AWP. It's actually going to be Cosmine buying up the AK as well, so maybe not as efficient as they could be in terms of racking in as much dollar as possible, but nevertheless, go right here, have 4 or 5 stay alive, build up as much cash as you can into the later rounds.
Yeah, these 3 players situated towards the A-bomb site as well. They're going to try and get the trades back if Barbar does go out. Has a support of Smooya as well, so it should be fairly clean picking for him. Finds the first frag. They do try and trade. He gets the tag off, but he couldn't quite finish up. This allows Smooya to peek out as well. Takes down Arch. Smooya gets quite confident as well. Extends further. Takes down Kali. As they've now secured control of the A-bomb site, they can block off jungle. It's just Quicks there. He does have a little bit of support in Kree. It clears the angle. It's very simple stuff right now, and it seems like that should be all 3 rounds secured for Epsilon off the back of this. No one goes down as well.
Yep, one of the advantages as well is if you do buy the 5 AKs and you don't go for an SMG, of course, when you go into the first buy, you'd have to drop an SMG, maybe pick up an AK instead of a Mac 10. So, no players run out to rebuy firepower. Obviously, some players have to rebuy utility, but it's only a couple $100, so it won't really dent the bank too much. Going to go into the first bar right now. Momentum in the side of Epsilon. Are they going to go for a fast, audacious, and aggressive play towards middle? Or are they going to play a slow default and see if Prophecy will get a bit too aggro and walk into their crossfires?
Kolar's done the AWP this time around as well. He can be such a monster with the weapon. He peeks out early, does spot them out and gets the info, but he couldn't find the initial frag. That would have given him a nice advantage into the round.
They can go for the bleed split now as well. They know it's only down to 2 players, or even 1 now. Kree alone towards B site. Can he hold off the push?
Kree has to try and find at least 2 frags hit by his teammates. Time to rotate over. A bit of a struggle comes out, but he finds the double kill as he dispatches them. The 3rd man will overpower him, though. It's Smooya on the site. He has an AK. It's a 1v3.
If there's someone you want in the scenario, it's him. Smooya on the 1 versus 3. No kits on the CT side, so if you can play the long game here, try and draw this out to a 1 versus 1 potentially. time could be in his favor.
Look at the confidence as well. Plays around the smoke. He's trying to play it smart as he will push through, but they tag him down there. Aware of his location, he's left on 4 HP. It's just an easy spam and they will get the round.
They would have heard the tag through the smoke as well, so as soon as they landed the bullets, they knew exactly where Smooya was trying to hide. So one of the things there, which I liked about Epsilon, is the fact that as soon as Kolos showed his presence towards connector with the AWP, you saw very fast reply coming out from Epsilon, smoking window, smoking connector, and going fast up short. The reason is, as soon as you know that AWP is towards stairs and top of connector, you know he's later for rotation towards B, they isolate Kree alone towards that B bomb site. But unfortunately for Epsilon Esports, the Prophecy stand in Kree definitely set up the 2 big anchor kills for him. Holds off the assault from Epsilon. It's going to be 1-3 as the first spy round goes in favor of the CT side.
Yeah, that was very nicely done. If Kree weren't able to find those frags towards B, it could have been an entirely different story. Smooya actually whipping out the AWP as well. This is where it is prime. He's going to be the apex predator now, roaming around the map, trying to find those very explosive entries that give Epsilon the bit of leeway they need into the round. He does fall short towards mid initially, and there is no reface for Prophecy either.
Cosmin now coming towards underpass. Also got Barbar towards Palace. So it's looking like an eventual A split through connector. Question is, though, can they get control of some on the map right now? CT side is going to leave Kree alone towards the B-bomb site. It's a good call here coming out from Quicks. Rotating towards jungle, they're stacking 4 players towards the A portion of the map. They have faith in Kree, they're standing. He delivered last time, and it's going to grant them faith. They can hold it again. So it's going to be the 4-player split through mid, potentially through connector. If they can pull this one off, can Epsilon reset the bank of Prophecy?
If they're able to pick up this round, it would put them in a good spot economically. They could try and further that lead with a good bit of buffer. Right now, they're taking the aggression towards connector. There is a choke point in play. Kali will be the one defending it, but he wide faces. Smooya is able to get the opening frag. They don't even know of the location of Cosmin as well as they slowly make their approach through. But Quicks tries to play around the smoke, but he will fall. Kola and Arch do come into effect, though, getting themselves back into a 3 versus 3. Barber has other ideas. That's a beautiful double kill that comes out as he snaps them down.
Kree now as well. Going to throw in the tower and save in this scenario. It's going to be the 1 versus 3. No kit, just a flashbang. No real hope for him to win this round. It's going to be cutting his losses. And Keita, if we can see the money, please, just to see if there's any drops that eventually could come out from Prophecy. They'll only get 1.4k into the bank. So, Kolo, he can buy. Arch can buy as well. Kree, this is the problem, right? In a dream scenario, you'd have Kree with, what, $2,000 in the bank right now. He gets 1.4k. He can drop over an M4. You got 2 extra M4s. Dream scenario is 4 rifles and maybe a UMP to Arch or something, right? Unfortunately for them, I believe the best buy they could possibly get would be 3 M4s, 5.7 UMP maybe.
It's true. It's a little bit awkward for them. Obviously, a sticky situation to be in. That reset coming into effect. This is just how Epsilon would have wanted it to go out. Obviously, unfortunately, lose that round with the instant reset factor. They can now further that lead quite well. You're looking at them getting themselves into that 5th round. Pretty comfortable lead. Kree's going to have to do a lot of work into this following round as well. The only one that has enough money to work with that rifle. They can't really even light investments around as well. They have about 1.2k.
Yeah, they can still get 3 rifles, I believe. Like, I think they're going over the scenario is, do we save and have a better buy into the next round potentially? Do we force this one and run the risk of being broke into the next round, going what? It'd be 1-4 down now. They lose that 1-5. Full eco 1-6. It's not a scenario you want to be in, especially when you CT side Mirage versus Epsilon.
Yeah, it's true. And we've seen issues arising there in the past. Obviously, that CT half being quite predominantly an issue for Prophecy in a lot of maps. It's very similar to what we see with some of the UK teams. The structure is there, but they can't quite utilize the teamwork and the communication. That seems to be where they fall short.
It's a good point to make as well. Communication on an international lineup, right? Prophecy, you've got players from Ukraine, Arch, Sweden. Gosh, where else have they got players? I believe Kolo's Hungarian, 17 as well. Very young player, actually the star player for the Prophecy side. So a range of nationalities on both sides, of course. Smooya, British, Cosmin, Romanian, Freddie B, Barbar, Swedish, and Maeve being Danish, which means both teams are international lineups. The question is, what are the comms like? What's the communication like? Is there seconds delays in when they're calling parts of the map? Because, of course, I mean, if you're Barbar and Freddie B and you've been calling in Swedish, the whole of CSGO, you have different calls for different things to the map. Is there a slight delay there? A hiccup before you make a call? Could that be a potential reason why Prophecy CT sides are weaker?
Yeah, it's true. What issues are going to arise, obviously, with those slight split in decision makings? Could that come back to bite them? Right now, they're pretty much in a fair state as well. Both of these teams being multinational lineups. This is one of the more interesting matchups we've seen so far throughout the Elite Series as well. When you look at it on paper, obviously, this is 2 of the top contenders, sort of in terms of standings. This could be, depending on how the last couple of games of this group stage goes into playoffs, this could be a match we very easily see as a semi-final. Yeah,
or even a final potentially. So, I mean, what do you do right now? If I'm Prophecy, do you go for the buy? Obviously, your money's, it's not equal in the sense of You've got 2 players on $3,000 right now. A few players on 1,400. You've got a save gun from Kree. He can drop over a UMP as well.
Yeah.
He has got Kevlar, M4, 1.4k into the bank, and a flashbang, so he can drop over a UMP, buy a flashbang for himself. Then again, you're looking at a 3 rifle buy, 2 UMPs. You've already lost a round when you had the full buy. It's actually with a scout for Collar. Wow, their buy's a lot weaker than I thought it was. My goodness. So, Tiga for Quicks, CZ for Calais. It's going to be the Kevlar investment and actually the utility buy coming up from the CT side. So they're going to be valuing the grenades over the potential firepower. Let's see if it does end for them as we see the rest of the round. It's going to be 1-4 being the scoreline. 3 rounds separating these 2 teams, and already the first frag going in favour of Epsilon.
Yeah, that's not a great start for Prophecy, obviously. The only redeeming factor is, in the past, we have seen Cola be a little bit of a naughty gamer when it comes to wielding that scout. He does get quite aggressive, gets a lot of early tags out that does support Prophecy into the late rounds, where the rest of Epsilon will be quite squishy. Another frag comes to come through, though. Arch will take down Maeve, putting them back into a 4 versus 4.
It's rare you see this place as well, right? So 5 versus 4, you're on your CT side, you need information. Arch has one of the M4s in the only, well, as long as Kree, but has one of the M4s. He makes the play, he equalizes the numbers in terms of players alive on both sides. Smooya, he's taking 50 damage from the HE grenade towards B apartments, and Freddy B is low as well. So 4 versus 4, HP in the advantage of Prophecy, but firepower in the advantage of Epsilon.
Contact peek coming out from Smooya towards that B bomb site as well, trying to clear it out. And the bomb is rotating back over. It seems like they can try and go for that late round B play with the short control. Kree has to be so critical into this round. They are low. It would just take 1 round to take down Freddy B here, but he just has to try and get that initial frag on towards Smooya. He's going to get forced out of position as the Molotov goes in, but he can hunker down for the meantime, just waiting for him to bound out. We'll hear them landing, but he's still going to try and find these frags. Cosmin will take down Quicks. He's in a prime time position to go big. Those nods. The double kill comes out as he played it perfectly with the timing. Still 2 more frags to find, unfortunately, and Cosmin, he'll run rampant as he pushes his way back to the site, finds the headshot. It looked like there was a chance, but it quickly gets wiped away.
Epsilon must be dumbfounded at how he can be caught. Obviously, Smooya thought he modded it too deep. It didn't actually flush out Kree there. It was just under balcony. Allowed to get 2 kills, stop the bomb from going down, but it wasn't quite enough. Prophecy, they need to be rallying around the plays that are coming up from Kree right now towards the B bomb site. It's 2 rounds down on the trot. He's at the 2K, the anchor kills to hold off his assault, but already Freddy B playing aggressive versus
Freddy B with the contact opener. He's so low, though. He can't try and overextend off the back of that. Has to pull back immediately. Still gets the entry. Yeah,
it's not worth it right now. Freddy B, he can try go for the kills, but he can't give away the $3,000, $4,000 worth of investment he has in having the utility and the AK.
Yeah, doesn't want to give that AK away for free either. Prophecy can go on to save that or attempt to potentially use it against them if they do scavenge the Kalashnikov. Kree, the last one standing as well, will make his approach over from short. Just going to be scoping out what's going on. Can't quite land the tags, and Smooya will use that time against him. Does find the kill. It's a very easy round coming out. No casualties.
So, it's the scenario that I pictured. 1-6 is the scoreline now. 5 rounds separated these 2 teams. Epsilon on their T side. They had 5 alive as well into that round, which means their money is going to be in a good scenario, in a good position for them leading into the rest of the half. Question right now for Prophecy is, do you change things up? Do you get aggressive towards the apartments, get the information you need, know that it's going to be an ace split potentially coming in? Or do you play nice and passive, allow the T aggression and the assault to come in and try and have good crossfires, good setups on your sites, and mow the Ts down that way? And with a run out, 5 players from the Epsilon side, outside A-ramp, going to be lining up the smokes here, pinning their grenades, and ready to do the execution.
Going to be setting themselves up right now as they do have the utility to play with. Obviously, they can block off those lines of sight, force Prophecy to bend and have to readjust their situation, allowing Epsilon to push their way further into that bomb site. It's only 1 line of defense right now, and that is going to be Arch. He's in position with the M4 playing from close CT. Does have the back of his teammates starting to rotate over. Smooya catches off the late round rotating Quicks as well. And you can see them, they haven't even fully committed to this. That's been a full, it's a full bait. Prophecy falling for it in a matter of seconds. Now trying to readjust as well. Full committal towards B. Once again, it's just Arch towards the A bomb site. And A is where the true attack is going down, Snods. They've been absolutely lampooned.
It's the ball that cried wolf. Epsilon, so successful on their takes. Prophecy are forced to go for an over-rotation as Smooya catches them off guard. It's going to be the 5 versus 4, but finally the site is going to be Epsilon's.
Rotate back over. They are going to go for a cheeky little boost here as well. Arch in the elevated angle tries to spot him out as he's perched up, but he's just receiving a gift of bullets right now as he just gets shot down, forced to fall back once again. Calais could go for a cheeky play here as he wants to try and push his way back through. Isn't going to dive in towards Salmage zone. He gets pushed as well. The headshot will come through off the back of Cosmin. And they're starting to let this one slip away. They can't retake efficiently. They're not even getting themselves those openers to give themselves a fair standing.
Gets worse as well, Jack. No kits right now for the CT side. Round number 8. And you're still in a scenario where you can't have any chance of going into the retakes. Creep spotted out towards CT as well, may not even save his F4.
Yeah, struggling right now as he will just go for the pre-fire, hoping to spam his way through them if they do push into him and attempt to take him down, but everyone is falling. It's just left on Cola. He does not want to give away this AWP. Luckily enough, Barbar does peek into him. We'll give him 1 kill for free. If they just keep on running straight through as well, Cola might be able to stay alive and just find a couple of frags here towards the end, but it's going to get heated now. Gets overwhelmed as Freddy B doesn't miss a trick.
Once again, Epsilon taking another round. Their call up. You can see the dissatisfaction in his face. He knows exactly the scenario that his team is faced right now. 1 to 7 down. They're going to be forced into a quasi-buy once again. They have lost multiple rounds in a row, so their round loss bonus will be stacked up. They can go for a Kevlar, pistol buy. Then again, Jack, we've already seen what happens. I mean, Freddy B walking out ramp, headshots galore, and it's going to be the quasi-buy coming up from the CT side. 1 to 7 is the scoreline. We're going to round number 9. 5AK buy once again from Epsilon. They don't even need the up onto Smooth. The raw firepower coming out from these rifles is too hot to handle right now for Prophecy.
Just going to go for the stack play as well. Take a little bit of shock and awe. Just situate yourself towards that A-bomb site. Hope they go for the gamble play. If they do, you've got a chance to try and overwhelm them. It's the best attempt they have into the round.
Yeah, they're so far behind, they have to take risks to try to get back into this one. Freddy B once again towards A ramp, trying to see if he can spot a stack and try and get the first initial kill in his favor for his team.
They're going to go for the split play as well. Smear entry, and as they try and tiptoe their way through, they actually go for the double push. They overwhelm Freddy B and they're able to take him down. Can scavenge that weapon, give themselves a little bit more firepower in their arsenal, but here come out the easy frags for Epsilon. They're just tearing their way through everyone in a matter of seconds. Nice frag from Cali though. He's in a 1 versus 2. He is low. He's done a fair bit of damage with the P250. Wide faces, and Cosmine isn't going to allow any more shenanigans.
Yep, Barbar was low as well towards Palace. A glimmer of hope there, but unfortunately, all doesn't end well for Prophecy on that quasi-buy. Did get 3 kills though, but the problem is right now, Jack, it's not about the kills, it's not about the money, it's about the rounds. You're 1 to 8 down. You're in a 7-round deficit on your CT side Mirage, first game of the day as well. As we go into round number 10, it's going to be a 7-round deficit for Prophecy. Double up setup's going to be their retaliation to the current assault they're facing from Epsilon. Arch and Call Up, how are they going to utilize his AWPs to try and get the first kill? It's going to be heavy presence from the T side, already the first kill going in favor of the CT side, but can they hold off the assault now from Cree?
This is the thing, the play was towards the B-bomb set. Those AWPs can't really support the situation they're not in. Quicks has to rotate over, but it's a little bit too late. Cosmine already had a good angle to try and find the headshot, and they've decimated everyone that was situated towards B.
Epsilon just rolling over Prophecy towards these sites. They're winning every single Angel. And they really have no answer to the raw skill and firepower coming up from Epsilon. They've had good stacks. They've had some good information plays. Simply put, Jack, they don't have the individual skill to match up currently. Smooth will throw away the AWP though, alone. So, I mean, Calais is going to say thanks for that. We can run our double up setup again. But obviously, Epsilon, they went for the contact grouping style of play towards B apartments. Cray once again, last alive. The only player alive towards the B-bomb site gets swarmed. And of course, it's going to be 9 to 1 now. A very one-sided half count for Epsilon, as they've already won it after just 11 rounds.
Yep, swiftly done. Arch will actually find a little bit of a frag towards the end. Obviously, he does take down Maeve, but it's nothing really too much to write home about. Doesn't give them anything to really aid them. Redeeming factor was, as you sort of touched on there, obviously Prophecy can still run the double up setup. They scavenge that extra weapon off of Smooya. But it's how they utilize it. Into that previous round, we saw no real benefits that all coming into play. They didn't find that initial entry towards mid either, where the T's did push out to create distraction. Late round contact playing towards B, they just overwhelmed Cree. He couldn't do it. He wasn't in a good position, was trying to fall back towards Forest, and just fell because of it.
Yeah, I mean, what's crucial as well is the fact that they did have 2 players stay alive with the AWPs. So they can drop over M4s if they do seem it fit. Obviously, you've tried the double up setup. Epsilon just walk. It's really over you. You saw the replay there from Cosmine, just headshot onto the player default, peeks out short, headshot onto the player short. The problem is, if you're playing this close spacing, this close netted style of CS, where you group together and you have the firepower advantage, I mean, how do you really stop that apart from having good setups, good crossfires, good counter grenades? I mean, jump spots from Cray, holding a Molotov, bait and switch setup, have a player towards short, have a player towards, well, we call it Weber. Forest is what they call it, isn't it? Internationally, where you play towards bench, you hold the crossfire, you have both of you really watching for the jump out from window. Just try and get information. Someone take it up towards B apartments, get a little bit aggressive with it, jump on those chest of drawers, peek down on top of or above of underpass, and get some early information. Try use the AWPs to get the first kill. Obviously, if you have a good spawn, peek towards Palace, peek towards Connector. We've seen already, Collar could have had that first kill in the first buy round, but he missed a shot. Right now for Prophecy, we need them to land their shots. Finally have a, well, even a chance of winning these Angels in these scenarios, because every single time, Barbarenko, you can see the grin in his face. He knows exactly how easy this T-side's been for him in terms of cooling, right? You're losing a play in the first initial part of the round, say they get AWP'd or they get killed. Even in the 5 versus 4, he just calls for them to group together, and they just stomp these CT players on the sides.
Yeah, they were talking about that obviously as well. Prophecy, the frustration that was there from last week when they had that 2-0 loss against Infused. And you've got to wonder how much that's actually impacting them as well. If they're going to get quite brought down because if they can't reset themselves throughout this matchup, if this already has hit them quite hard mentally, it could actually come back to bite them.
Yeah, I mean, you remember probably how frustrated and just angered Kola looked as well. Straight after the game, he walks out through the doors. He didn't look too happy. He knew exactly how crucial it was for them to get the 2-0 versus Infused that week. Currently, Prophecy are on 9 points. Oh my goodness, Infused are on 7 points, aren't they? Imagine a world or a scenario where Infused win 2-0 versus Method.
Yeah.
Okay. They go to 10 points. Prophecy lose 0-2 this week versus Epsilon. And we're faced with Infused actually finishing higher than Prophecy potentially.
Yeah, it's true. It could shape up very, very interesting towards the end of the season now as we get to these very critical matchups in these final couple of weeks.
Yep, of course, it's week 6, sorry, Jack. It's going to be 1-9 as we go into round number 11. Let's see what the buy's going to be like for the CT side. Double up setup and the 3 rifles onto Kree, Quicks, and Calais. So it's a strong buy coming from Prophecy, but they are lacking grenades here and there. Let's see what their answer is. The current onslaught, Epsilon are really putting towards them.
Oh, a little bit of a struggle there, but in the end, Maple will be able to compose himself, finds a headshot back on towards Calais as he does go down, gives away that initial opener.
Yep, Epsilon already have the advantage. Only 40 seconds into the round. It's going to be the 5 versus 4. Bomb still towards T-spawn, so Epsilon haven't really given away their hand yet, or showed their gambit. Let's see, 2 players towards A. It's probably going to be an ace split here, Jack, but it is a 4 versus 4, so still a chance here for the CT side.
Kola will fire back as well, one of those AWPs right now, just hunkered down towards CT, is able to get a kill. Arch as well coming into effectors. He does do a little bit of damage, but Cosmine had the confidence, took the close range angle, and is able to find the headshots. They fall back into a 3 versus 3 into the round, but it still could go either way. Quicks just listening out for any audio cues. He plays so close to Cosmine. If he finds the kill, gives him a huge advantage to the round. Has no reason to peek just yet. Plays the timing correctly, though, as he will get the headshot. But the true play, the bomb is rotating off towards that B bomb site. They've forced such a massive rotate. All Baba has to do, essentially, is stay alive and delay them. They've fallen for this. They believe it is a play towards A, when in truth, Freddy Bree is sprinting over there. He's doing a marathon to tuck down at B.
1 versus 3 now. CTs still have no idea what's going on. Gray expects a flank or a push coming from CT, but instead the bomb will be planted. Freddy B plants for short, but actually doesn't utilize the plant, so that may come back to haunt him. Let's see now, can he get the first kill and turn into 1 versus 2 and play the clock?
Potentially, but the thing is, if they check this, they might actually fall themselves into a round situation where they believe it's planted short and he's playing from short. They push straight towards him, don't clear the angles correctly as well, as he's able to take them down, overextends and finds to go on towards Kola. Freddy B is winning the round off his own, so he finds the headshot. Freddy B, that's 3 kills into the round. Massive clutch comes out.
Mentally, Jack, that may be the final nail in the coffin for Prophecy on their CT side. It's going to be 1-10, a 9-round deficit now. You've given away a 1 versus 3. The ball was in your court, and you let it slip away. Already Epsilon Esports, after 12 rounds, or 11 rounds, sorry, double digits. 10-1 would be the scoreline. A very one-sided affair. The raw skill just shining and glimmering from all these Epsilon players on the terrorist side. And already Freddy B finds the first frag. It's going to be the 5 versus 4 and a repeat potentially of the last round.
Yeah, continuing from where he left off last round, even furthers the amount of damage he's done into the game. Prophecy, already only 4 men to play with. It's going to spread them fairly thin. Gives Epsilon all the time they need to the world to just take their slow approach into the round. Kola does fire back, but Smooya forces Arch out of position. Will kill him as he's burning alive. And it is now 3 versus 4. Heavy aggression towards the A bomb site early. They have secured a little bit of control, but once again, they're just trying to force that rotate off.
Yeah, what's mental is the fact they've given up the site and they have their kits here. So Smooya does localize 1 player towards jungle. Jumps up on top of Tetris, trying to attack from a different angle, trying to catch him off guard, but instead, T's have control of the site, but they don't realize it just yet. But once the bomb is down, if it does go down, no Kevlar to the AWP for the retake and no kits. So if this smoke spam comes through from Barbar, it could pay dividends. But of course, Quicks gets aggressive, finds a double kill.
Oh, nicely done from Quicks there, actually. He had to try and spice it up a little bit, went for the aggressive play. This completely changes the round in his head, but Smooya is trying to bite back. He's aware there's a player towards CT as well. Barely mixed in the pistol shot right now, but he doubles it up as he finds the frag back on towards Kree. He's left in a 1 versus 1. The bomb is down, but it's easily recoverable as it's just ahead of him. He's just waiting for the peek from Quicks. He swings wide, but he misses the shot. Quicks will take him down with the famous.
Could you imagine back-to-back 1 versus 3s from Epsilon? I mean, that could spell the end for even the next map as well, coming on to train. A big issue, again, is the fact that it was a 1 versus 3. You didn't play it correctly. You didn't play it clean or clinical or structured. You didn't play for a refrag or anything. One player stays alive. You have a 1 versus 3, you lose it versus Freddy B. You have a 1 versus 3, you allow Smooth to get 1 kill towards Connector, and then again, an unchallenged kill towards CT. So, 1 player staying alive for Prophecy. They've won their round, but look at their buy. FAMAS, UMP, 004 buying an AWP, but speaking of the AWP, Kola finds the first, and finally the AWP is brought towards B Apartments. It's going to be utilized to great effect. It's going to be the 1-man advantage right now for the CT side.
Feels like we need to see more of this as well. That little bit of aggression actually coming out from Prophecy.
Confidence, yeah.
Yeah, normally how they play is entirely different to this right now. You can see they're giving so much respect to Epsilon. They're not trying to go for any of the aggressive plays we used to see coming out from Prophecy. That's more consistent for them. They like to go for those early aggressive information plays and win rounds off the back of confidence. This is the only time we've really seen it into today's matchup.
Freddy B gets boosted in towards window, going for the lurk play, trying to catch Quicks off guard. Finally, the CTs have learned from their mistakes. They're going to buy defuse kits now eventually. But could it be 13 rounds too late? So, 4 versus 2 now. Freddy B finds the opener towards CPL. The bomb is towards B Apartments, and I believe now Kola can spot it. CTs have control of the bomb. 2-man advantage. Nigh impossible round right now for the CT Prophecy side to lose.
They just need to play their game, pick this one up and close it out right now. They're in such a good position. They are landing tags, though, on the side of Epsilon. They're starting to find small cracks and want to crack their way through. They are going to go for the split push pay in towards the B bomb site. This could be huge, depending on how Freddy B plays it. He's such a catalyst into the round. As long as he finds the opener,
oh my god,
it could turn the round on its head. He will start to fire away. Does find one and the second as well. It's so easy now, but unfortunately, his teammate goes down. Kali was critical. He finds the frag back on towards Cosmine's nods. The bomb is down in an awkward location. 20 seconds for Freddy B here. He needs to sprint in and do his worst.
Has a smoke though, could potentially collect the bomb. Molotov comes in towards underpass, but the spray comes through from Kali. Can push through? Doesn't quite get the kill. Kali will eventually get that one. 3 to 10 for a second there. A glimmer of hope for Epsilon to come with another massive upset round. It seems like these rounds, Jack, are just too close to call. When the favor is so one-sided for Prophecy, how on earth can they let these rounds get so close?
It's true. It's just coming down to clutch situations
down to the wire
every time.
So, I believe it's 3 to 10. Here it is. So, let's see. Round number 14 now. The buy coming in from the CT side. Once again, actually, no, it's going to be stronger than last time. No FAMASes, no UMPs. It's going to be the 4 rifle setup. Actually, the Kalashnikov retrieved from Arch from the previous round, and the AWP once again onto Kola, but no Kevlar for him, so that could be his downfall if a retake scenario does happen towards one of these sites. Luckily for him, the DWP comes to aid them. 1-man advantage right now, once again for Prophecy.
Peeking out there, finding that opening frag with the AWP is going to do them dividends into the later rounds. Prophecy need to keep having these small pocket moments of aggression, peek out, try and take the early information plays, which they're doing. Arch as well furthers that lead massively. Freddy B, unfortunately, will be able to fire back, takes down Kali. So they are in a 3 versus 4. They've got that mid control. They still have to try and play their game.
Freddy B now towards jungle. He's in towards CT potentially, and they know their flank is coming. Arch and the balcony should really be the difference maker here. It's going to be the 2 versus 3 now. 1-man advantage for Prophecy.
Such a messy round. Cosmine, you assume he would have gone down in that situation, but does actually find the frag. It's all on Smooya and a clutch. 1v2. Bomb is out as he sprints on towards the site. Wants to try and go for the fast plant, then attempt to back off. He's got the aggression coming through from CT on Kolor, but he gives the game away. Goes for the pot shot. Smooya is aware of his location as he hunkers down, waiting for the peak to come through. Contact face towards jungle, finds the frag towards Kree. It's all on Kolor.
What is this? Another 1 versus 1 given to Smooya, and now it's between him and Kolor. The Star AWPers between them.
So struggling, but Kolor just pushes, uses the USP, just charges straight through. Makes mincemeat out of him.
Yeah, don't know what Kolor said there, but chanting something, trying to give it, trying to get a bit aggressive there. Obviously, the pressure on his shoulders in that 1 versus 1. I mean, again, it's down to the wire. I mean, what on earth is that player towards jungle? It just pushes out. In that scenario, you say push, and you both go together, but Smooth finds the first kill, but Kolor hesitates towards CT for some reason.
This is the thing, you go for the 3-2-1 face, at least give yourself something. Obviously, if you've not got utility to play with, peek together, try and trade. That's the best case scenario into that round.
Or allow the bomb to go down as soon as he taps it double face. Do something together. It seems like every single time on the CT side for Prophecy, they go 1 by 1, mimicking almost what we see from the UK teams. And it really has been showing the same results. 6-round deficit still. Your CT side Mirage, yes, you lost the pistol, but you should be expecting a much better half here, but aggression from the CT side.
They're going to try and push their way through. Flashbang goes out. They get a huge tag off early, and the kill actually does come out. Arch is able to support Kali as they eliminate Smooya. That's a nice early round frag. That's a big impact player removes. Freddy B goes down as well. This is a pretty nice setup into the round for Prophecy.
4 versus 3 then. Still remaining the 1-man advantage for the CT side. Arch playing close towards the smoke. Bomb and Cosmine close. once this smoke dissipates, it's all down to this kill. If Barbar finds with the AWP onto Arch, actually runs away, so he's given away his position now. Thankfully for the CT side, though, Calais as well towards A.
Cosmin, he's going to try and tiptoe out, stealthy approaching towards the side, but he has to clear these angles.
Sees it.
So many positions in play. He does sniff out Calais. He's able to get himself into the elevated position as well. Perches himself up, finds that kill, takes down Arch. This is where things get rough now for Prophecy.
Colon now going to have to rotate back towards CT, trying to get the cross kills as they do approach the site. Bomb is planted. Look at the plant as well. It's planted for Palace, planted for Ramp, and the two players from the T side have gone to good afterplant positions. Barbar unscathed towards Ramp.
They're already in great afterplants. As you said, they have no reason really to peek into this. Kree has to do so much work here. He does spot out Maeve, but there's no reason to peek now. Just hunker down, stay in position. Barbar can take the fight, but he loses his head. But at least the response will come in. Cosmin takes down Kree. But still, what a dominant half there from Epsilon.
Caller shouting across the arena at Smuya, trying to shatter his confidence after that 1 versus 1. But you can see how ironic it is all now. 11-4 half. Yes, it could have been a 10-5. It needed to be a 10-5 if you wanted a real chance, a fighting chance for Prophecy. A big error and potential cause for concern right now for Prophecy. Now flipping over to the T side is the pressure on their shoulders to win this pistol. If they lose this, they lose the force buy, lose the eco, so they don't get the bomb down. It could easily be a 14-4 scoreline. And Jack, at that point, you really are looking at a very one-sided affair in the first map.
It's true. It's sort of going the way we predicted it to right now at this point. Obviously, Epsilon just looking like an unstoppable force, charging their way through. There was a couple of rounds where Prophecy started to get themselves out of the box. They didn't look as pent in. They looked like they actually had a little bit of confidence to display, but it was too thin and far.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at these teams on paper as well, right? Two international lineups. They play that sort of loose style. I mean, you're seeing the T-sides coming out from Epsilon, how Barbar's calling it. They're allowing Smooth to do whatever he wants. Freddie B can do what he wants. Cosmin towards underpass. He's been boosted towards windows, getting aggressive towards connector. They're allowing the players to play loose. I mean, when we first saw Epsilon play, right, when they played versus Method and dropped a map on Cobblestone, they looked so rigid and tentative and scared to push. Feels like they've really found their comfort in this lineup now, the international squad from Epsilon, and it really is showing. The problem is, you look at these two teams on paper, you've got the similar play style, they're both international, but one team, Jack, is definitely more skilled, and right now, the scoreline, the scoreboard definitely represents it. Anyway, the round number 60 and the second pistol is going to be the smoke diffuser on Maeve, and a fast play towards A from Prophecy.
So they're just going to try and brute force their way into the site, just overwhelm the security that is there. But Maeve, a nice little headshot, absolutely juicy as he taps down Kree. But the rest of the push still comes through. They try and block burst their way in towards Smuya, but he's so effective! He had the upper hand, tucked into the position. They had no idea where he was, and Pika Smoo pops out and finds some easy frags. It's all on Calais, and he will go down to the man himself.
Oh, and Butterfield there butters up those three players towards jungle and sends them packing. So it's going to be 12-4 right now. Two pistols, one for the, well, I'd say the CT side now, but obviously Epsilon winning both respective pistols on the T and CT side. 12-4. Obviously, the bomb did not go down for Prophecy, so they're going to be forced to force buy into this round number 17. But if I'm Quicks right now, I might be calling a force buy every single round because you need rounds on the board ASAP.
Yeah, you just need to try and get any lifeline you could possibly find, scavenge something together, give yourself any potential into the round because it looks dire. Obviously, charged into this one, they're going to go against a couple of SMGs as well. You've got the two UMPs in play, Barbar and Maeve, they can just wrap up cash, but they actually go for a different investment as well, quite heavy on the rifles.
Rifles on the CT side, but Glocks and no Kevlar for the T side, so maybe they're going to go for a UMP buy into round number 18?
Potentially into this one. They do get the first contact as Freddie B takes the aggression, but he will fall. Two big tags, Kree and Holo, are going to be limping around the map right now. He does find one kill as they peek out towards Smuya, but look at all these tags early into the round. Smuya's just picking them off as they're so low. Oh,
he's loving the elite rating, isn't he? Just treats it like RWS, trying to farm up as much or as big of stats as he can possibly get. Ooh. Quicks now, though, potentially makes this one winnable.
Yeah, Quick's in a good position as he finds a double kill. He scavenged that M4, gets behind them, flanks towards Connector. Off the back of that kill now, left in a 1v1. He can recover the bomb. Maeve's really far behind.
Yeah, but look at the timing here. Quicks isn't going to clear out Connector because he's just come from that position of the map. Maeve actually going to be hunkering down towards stairs. No, he will eventually sniff out and see if he's going to spot Quicks, but look at the timing here. Maeve is eventually going to clear mid, but Quicks has got the better timing. He's gone back towards T-spawn. Can potentially think about where he wants to relocate. Which part of the map is he going to go? And it's looking like he's eventually going to walk towards the B-bomb site. Kit, flashbang for Maeve and the UMP. No Kevlar though for Quicks. So once the bomb is down, if Maeve lands that first bullet, causes the aim punch, that could spell the end here.
It's very true. He has the smoke to try and give him a little bit of cover into the round. Obviously, you can try and pull out some shenanigans with that, but he needs to be so effective into his place, Nods. There can be no room for mistakes at all into this.
Maeve has nothing to lose in this scenario as well. You're in a 12 versus 4. He can just literally run at Quicks. He knows he's going to have no Kevlar on a weak buy. So, actually, no, we'll play this one more tentative, playing this one more methodical than I anticipated. So, let's see what we can do here.
Pushes his way out, going to try and clear these angles, suspecting that he is towards the site as he gives the game away as well, fires off a couple of pot shots to Quicks, knows he is fully committed to this and he's pushed in. You can see Maeve clearing all of these angles though, wasting so much time right now.
All he has to do is look at the bombs planted for and it gives exactly where the game away is.
He pushes his way back down, but Quicks just peeks out. Quicks able to land the tags, nearly takes him down. Double face comes through as well, and Quicks will do so. It's a massive 4K into the round. Maeve looked quite confused into that.
Did indeed. I mean, all you had to do is see the plant was planted for short. And yes, I mean, he could be behind bench. Fair enough, you cleared that out, but pushing the way towards B-Apps, maybe not the most effective use of your time.
Huge round from the Swede himself, though. He's been looking good, obviously, all the way throughout the Elite Series for Prophecy. He's been situated to, you know, at least one of their top fraggers for the time. At one point in the tournament, I think we did see Quicks, obviously, within that top 3 fraggers. He has been looking good throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, that was the initial part of it as well. When Prophecy had the, quote-unquote, easier games, you know, your Reasons, your Excels, your Infused and whatnot. Well, I say Infused, they got 2-0 by Infused. I'm talking about, give me another UK team. Method, there you go. Just list off all the UK teams and say they're the easy ones. But anyway, it's going to be round number 18 here, Jack. 5-12 with the scoreline. Prophecy with a big upset round, having no Kevlar, but still able to bring back the win. Calais finds the first, it's a 5 versus 4.
They do have a little bit to play with on the side of Epsilon. They have those pistols. They can be incredibly dangerous with these Deagles as well. We've seen that in the past. Obviously, Epsilon picking up rounds when they have nothing really to play with, just a couple of Deagles between, say, Freddy B and Smooya. Smooya, he's going to be able to stay alive, but he's low. But Freddy B will actually fall. They're losing their damaging players into the round.
How many kills is Quicks on right now? Can we see the scoreboard real quick, if that's okay? So, Quicks 17-16, and obviously Smooya leading the charge on that CT side. So, Quicks, you'd expect it to be call-up. Top frag in, but anyway, as long as someone's dealing the damage, that's all they need.
They're actually going to try and push their way around towards short as well. Cosmin in a nice position, finds the easy headshot. That 5-7 up close and personal could be such a nuisance as he does damage! Cosmin! That's a hat-trick spray down with a 5-7.
No trade kills come out. It's going to be the 3 versus 2, but thankfully for Prophecy, they have the firepower advantage and the HP advantage as well. They're going to smoke off Connector. They have to retrieve the bomb somehow.
This is ludicrous stuff on display. He's grabbed himself an AK as well.
He jumped, they heard it.
Oh, they know to try and push through, but they're not going to clear the angle. Cosmin! He baits effectively. His teammate jumps, forces him to push in. Cosmin hunkers down. That's an ace.
It's one of the best aces we've seen so far on the Elite Series. Cosmin there, Romanian star player, smiling and giggling away. He knows exactly how big that play was to bring him back in. Bring them back into this game. They've already got a 7-round advantage, but make it 8 now as we go into round number 19. Money shattered for the T-side economy. It's going to be the AWP coming up from Caller, but once again, the glass cannon AWP for the Hungarian star player. Smooth with the AWP as well for the CT side. And going into this one, you were looking at the AWP versus AWP battle, but it seems like Smooth has really been taking the lead of that one. Prophecy on the T-side right now, pinning, smokes towards A. It's looking like a fairly simple execution towards that A-bomb side.
Kolar, he's going to have to face from ramp right now. Needs to try and get the explosive entry, make the difference for them into this round. If he doesn't find anything here, it could affect them so much into the late round. He's going to lead the charge, has the support of his teammates now as they push their way through. The smokes are going to go down. Flashbangs to aid them to get out as well. They're soaring through the skies to give them the little bit of leg room they need to actually secure the site. The smokes have gone through. The CTs are bending. They're not overextending. They don't want to give away anything into the round. Just fall back and attempt to retake this one together as they now know it is the full commit towards the A site. Barbar will spam through as his teammate has arrived to give him support, but they fall. The early push towards CT works out. They use their aggression and man numbers to actually overpower Epsilon.
2 versus 5. Num Cosmi makes it 2 versus 4, but the Terrorists have control of the after-plant position from CT.
They're hunkered down towards CT. The nade will go out, but it is going to fall short. Doesn't really get anyone that low as he will just try and push on towards the bomb. They flood back towards him. Cosmin doing damage. He finds the headshots, but he's still got to clear all of these angles. He knows he's in an awkward location. Kolar will peek out. They didn't have much to play with in the round, but they use their brute force, and they pick it up.
Aggression towards CT from the Terrorist side catches Epsilon esports off guard. As soon as you have control of CT in the after-plant position, the bomb's planted for you. You've got 4 versus 2. You've got the 2-man advantage. You can double face. Go for the refrag towards Cosmin. It should be a near impossible round for them to win. It's going to be 13-6 down, round number 20. And it's going to be the AWP and Kevlar finally for Caller. And a 4 AK bar to finish off the rest of what's left in the inventory. It's going to be the Folika coming up from the CT side though. Epsilon ready for round number 21.
Early aggression on display as well. Look at that. Smooth just floods his way through. Thunderfooting in towards Palace. Gets smocked out and will actually go down. It's just an easy headshot for Calais. So they've already lost that opening man.
Yep. So, man advantage right now for Prophecy. Issue here is, you know, if this was the first half, if it was 5-5, 5-4 is the scoreline, I'd be saying, okay, you want 4, 5, stay alive, build up your economy. But the problem is here, you need rounds on the board. It's not about having 5, 4, stay alive. It's about getting 7, 8, breaking the economy again, 9, 10, and coming back into the game by breaking that CT economy.
Yeah, you have to try and reset them, keep it moving, and try and get them into really awkward spots where they can't return effectively into the game. That economy on the CT side can be so vulnerable. But right now, Prophecy just going to be trying to play it incredibly slow. They don't want to overextend, push into a crossfire where Epsilon are going to be so affected. These pistols, their only real prowess is in close-range combats. Prophecy, they play it smart. Just hold back, wait for Epsilon to make the first mistake. It is going to be Quicks, though, making the slow entry towards B.
Yep. All down to Cosme now. Has no Kevlar, just a P250.
Just get the early tags, though. No one clears it towards Forest. Quicks wasn't able to clear the angle effectively, so he goes down. Stays alive to buy his teammates enough time to rotate over, but it's only going to be a Maeve that arrives on the scene. It's a little bit too late.
It is indeed, Jack. 4 versus 3. No Kevlar for the CT side. Just Eagles in their inventory and arsenal. Not really too much they can do here in this scenario. It's probably going to be 7-13. Prophecy, they need to win the next buy round, break the economy again, try and win versus these pistol Kevlar buys, these half buys or whatever. Break the CT bank as much as possible. What would actually be quite ideal is in a scenario where Epsilon get 14, even if it's 14-8, and Prophecy reset the money again, they need to get that bank, that money in the CT bank to 0.
Yeah, they have to just try and break them as much as possible. There you can also give themselves a bit more of a buffer to play with as they find these frags with the AKs. As Cree will headshot Freddy B. Maybe looks like he's going to be able to stay alive. They do exit together, but I think they're just going to hunker down. No reason to actually peek. They have the crossfire as well. Maybe peeks in, realizes he's not going to even bother, and will back off.
So, 6 rounds now is the deficit for Prophecy. Now on their T side, the question is, Jack, can they do what Epsilon did to them on their terrorist side? If you're Epsilon, do you go for the double up setup? Obviously, Barbar and Smooth, you have Barbar up towards CT. Oh no, you're going to go for the quasi buy. So 3,000 in the bank for multiple players. They're going to be going for the AWP and heavy utility buy on to round number 22.
Oh, they're still trying to use that confidence and Prophecy as well as Cree just pushes out, but he's so low. This time it hasn't really worked out the way they wanted it to. The Deagles are coming into effect for Epsilon as they start to pick their way through them. They get them so low. The CZ comes into play. Quicks is the only man that finds the kill, and that's after he's been killed. Kali has the full back. They're just trying to overwhelm him, storming in together. They all peek in. Barbar will get the headshot, and they fall down.
I did say a silver lining for Prophecy is if Epsilon gets a 14, you break their bank. The problem is they've gone for a quasi-buy. They still have 3,000 in the bank accounts, Jack, plus the $3,500 for winning the round. Epsilon right now are minted. So, round number 22, buy coming out. Look at the money, 4,000 in the bank of 4 players there. So even if Prophecy try and reset the money, Epsilon can still buy into round number 23. Prophecy backs against the rope, especially the buy now coming from Quicks. Just Deagle, Kevlar, no utility. You want your IGL and Captain to have the grenades to lead the charge and set the pace. Instead, though, it's looking like a very one-sided affair already from the CT side of Epsilon.
Epsilon just need this round to secure themselves at the very least match point as Freddy B gets the opener, takes down Quicks, and that's a nice frag to try and kick off the round. They do have AKs to play with, those 3 rifles, an abundance of utility as well, but Prophecy spread fairly thin. They have to try and readjust, resituate themselves, and decide how they want to play this round. As Barbar also takes down Cree, things are getting dire for Prophecy.
2-man advantage right now for Epsilon on the CT side. 1 minute on the clock, bomb towards T-spawn. Terrorists right now have no real estate towards any portion of the map that have control towards apartments. You can see Maeve here peeking, pushing towards, or peeking down apartments from balcony. Barbar now pushing in from Palace. No real estate, no control of the map. This should be match point for Epsilon. Oh, that's the timing though. They're gonna anticipate the play towards B. Oh no, he spots them. Yep, that should be it. He might even go for the knife kill here. Oh no, Barbar could really set the pace here and really send a message going into train.
Slowly makes his approach from behind. He can do so much damage, absolutely butcher him here if they want to. As he is just going to get behind them. He's in position. He's going to go for the knife as well. They have no idea. That's the first frag. Finds the headshot as well. Barbar does damage. Single-handedly explodes into the site. Rips his way through everyone. That's match point secured. Smear will take down Arch.
Barbar is playing with this food. There's going to be match point now. Epsilon have 8 rounds potentially to concede. So you've got 8 chances to close this one out. Obviously on your CT side, it's as if you're on your T side and things go south. You need to go back to the strat book, think about your tactical depth and what you can really go for, try to grind out a last round. They're on their CT side, so it's about what are Prophecy going to bring to them. What Prophecy going to do to set the pace is going to be a 3 Tech 9 by AK onto Arch and the Scout onto Collar. Already goes for the aggressive peek towards mid, but doesn't quite get the full tag onto Smooya.
Barbar's in position already as well, so he hears Quicks just thundering towards him. He's just able to hold the angle, finds that opening headshot. Kolor can respond with the Scout. We know he can be quite a mean person with a weapon. He's able to find those roaming frags, but in this situation, surely it's not enough firepower.
Yep, Barbar still darting around towards underpass. He is still alive here, causing pressure and havoc for the Prophecy T side. It's going to be 4 versus 4 on the 20 on the clock, and the bomb is still towards top mid. They're lacking an entry somewhere towards a map, somewhere towards a site, sorry. A kill towards Freddy B on a site to open that up and play the afterplant would be great for them. Question is, can they probe some information and get that first kill and open up a site?
It's the thing, this is the difference between both CT halves, is that Epsilon, they're playing with confidence, they're playing with aggression, whereas Prophecy, they were so timid, they didn't want to go for any of these overextending plays. They will catch Barbar and Cosmine off guard though, they take the advantage as well, they outnumber them 2 to 1 as they want to try and regroup, hit them with that Wolfpack play towards the B bomb site. They can go for a split into this as well.
Yeah, but Epsilon right now can risk a stack towards B. 8 rounds to concede, just take a risk here. Freddy B could even rotate towards Kitchen and have a 2 versus 4 towards B. Let's see what happens here. Prophecy slowly but surely grouping up towards the B side. It's all down to Maeve now. What can he do?
No flashes as well. They only have the smokes. They can try and block off a little bit of line of sight, but all Maeve has to do is hunker down, find the frags as they push their way in towards the site. He just gets charged as well. He's finding the easy kills, but Kree takes it down with a Tech 9 in close range. It's on Freddy B here for the clutch. In a 1 versus 3, they're trying to swarm him, peeking together. He struggles to compose himself, will go down, but still so many rounds Prophecy need to continuously gain on the trot.
Yep, 7 more cocky and audacious plays that come out from Barbar. He anticipates the game to be over. He's just staying around too long. He overstays his welcome towards underpass there, and eventually will get caught out. And it gives Prophecy the advantage. So, round number 24 now. This game is slowly but surely being a bit more long-winded than anticipated. I thought they were going to close it out in round number 23, but nevertheless, it's going to be another buy coming up from Epsilon. Double offset this time, and already finds the first.
Smooya with the opener here as he's playing quite aggressive. Finds the initial contact frag, hungers more as well. They're peeking towards him, but he's struggling to actually land. The shot starts to get burned up as well, but he gets the smoke down to extinguish the fire in the nick of time.
1 minute 35 on the clock, and already a 2-man advantage runner for Epsilon. Arch now towards connected, trying to see if he can equalize. We'll try and make it a 5 versus 4, a potentially more winnable scenario. But even then, the smoke will eventually dissipate, and Smooya's going to take advantage of these players lurking towards mid.
You can see Epsilon, everyone is fairly consistently low. 3 players tacked down. Freddy B and Maeve are the only ones that are completely healthy.
This is the thing, right? If you're Epsilon and you build a roster off of stars and individual players and star players from your domestic regions, when these players have games where they're on fire, firing on all cylinders, this is the result, and this is the outcome here. Pure skill, just overpowering and just plowing their way through, especially on the T side as well, on the CT side as well. They're overstaying their welcome, but they're winning the aim duels. They're refacing, they're re-peaking, gleaming with confidence. And Prophecy, they just simply can't match it.
It's true, Prophecy. They've just looked way too timid today. They've gone into it with a different mindset. They're giving too much respect to Epsilon. We saw that in the first half, and they haven't been able to resituate themselves and re-establish themselves as a powerhouse.
Yep, maybe the game versus Infuse has shaken them. Anyway, there's going to be the 3 versus 4. Cosmin is low, that could be the silver lining here, but Barbar with the AWP should find the first, he does just that.
He's hunkered down. He can't miss that shot, essentially. It's so easy for him to find the frags. Arch needs to be a difference maker at this point, but he gets caught off guard. The timing is in the favor of Epsilon as they're able to peek round. Freddy B will do the damage. It's all on Kree, the super sub himself, but he's overwhelmed. Trapped down in a 1 versus 4. It's not going to happen. They will lose out, and that is going to be Mirage going the way of Epsilon with a very dominant scoreline there. Epsilon taking that by charge.
So, even though the scoreline was 16-8, I believe it was 15-6 or 15-7. A stark contrast in terms of individual skill on both teams. Take the mantle of in-game leading. Let's see what they're going to do. Thankfully for Prophecy, they are on the CT side, so it's going to be Arch picking up the smoke and diffuse. Can you just Calais though? Which means Arch is potentially playing connector here, playing that rotate position with the smoke and diffuse kit. Let's see though, Jack. It's going to be utility finally bought for the T side as Epsilon buy smoke double flashbang onto Maeve.
Needs to do some damage into this round, Snods. I want to see him picking open this round with a nice pistol, give themselves this 3 round to play with, set themselves up in a situation where they can get those AWPs out, because that's what they need to be able to bring to the table. Epsilon, though, set themselves up for what is going to be such an aggressive Ivy burst.
Yep, 3 players now towards Ali. Calais holding the line here, peeks out. Doesn't actually spot Smooya there. He will face, it's the first frag.
Calais, that's a nice little frag. Smooya can be incredibly naughty with the pistols into these opening rounds. So aggressive with the weapon, he'll charge in. Him and Freddy B are that lethal combo, though. You can see the trio they've actually sent over there as well, with the addition of Cosmine. If they find their way through Ivy, they're going to be so annoying to try and force out of position.
Calais now, he can't rotate away. Maeve trying to sell the fake, and already the push comes in towards A.
Oh, the double face comes through for Kale, but unfortunately he falls to Cosmine. This puts Kolar in such an awkward position. He's got to roam around, try to find some cover towards Bomb Train, but he gets dispatched. They're finding the headshots in a matter of seconds on the side of Epsilon now. They start to get their confidence, and they run away with the round. It's all on Kree. He's attempting to back off as they push towards him, but he's forced miles away from the bomb site.
Could potentially try and retrieve that kit here and go for this one. In this scenario, though, you could even save the Kevlar, just try and get $300 per kill as an exit frag and try and build up your economy that way.
He's just going for pot shots, but Barbar will find the connection, takes him down, and they are able to secure the round.
In that scenario, I'd rather just throw in the towel, cut his losses, and actually just save the Kevlar, because he's going to rebuy it now on the force buy and just waste potentially $750 there. Anyway, maybe his ego got the better of him. He thought he could win that 1 versus 4. Nevertheless, though, once again, 3 out of 3 pistols going in favor of Epsilon, as they make it 1-0 once again. This time, though, they will be buying up SMGs into the terror side. Freddy B and Maeve picking up the submachine guns. Galil onto Smooya, and double AK for Barbar and Cosmine. Give the force by coming out for 4 of the CT players. Kolor, PT50, no Kevlar, saving for the AWP. On an AWP map like Train, he's really going to have to be stepping up big into the CT side.
Aggressive play towards that B-bomb site. If they just try and go for the aggressive take in towards the site, they're not going to be that hindered in terms of the defense that Epsilon is fielding. It's just one man. It's Kree, 5'7". If he plays in a close range, smart angle, potentially an off angle, he could catch them off guard, but even then we're looking at maybe 1 frag. It's unlikely he'll be able to delay them too much.
Yeah, the thing here as well, Prophecy stacking towards outside. They've got 4 players towards A. Kree, once again, being the solo B anchor. Once the anchor on B site, Mirage is the same here on B site Train.
Flashbangs go over to try and allow them to peek out. They do get a bit of a rotate coming in, but Smooya's just waiting for the contact face. He isn't going to try and make the first mistake. They now peek together as a unit. The trio does get out. Kree finds 1 kill, but he is traded off. Kale's there, but he's only got a scout. He needs to consistently land these tags to give his teammates a little bit of leeway into the round. If he tags them down, they can finish them off with these pistols. And he is doing damage, actually. 2 big tags. Kolar's able to find 1 kill back towards Freddy B as well. Nave's up close and personal, but he's so low. He gets overwhelmed. It's all on Barbar in the back line. They're firing towards him. He has to try and stay alive. No Molotov, and he's paranoid about the push coming behind him. Seems confused there. Kolar with a drive-by will spray him down. They equalize it 1-1. Prophecy get the defuse.
Yep, 3 players staying alive as well, but the bomb was planted for Epsilon. So, scoreline is 1-1. But of course, a confident pistol means they're probably going to be buying up into this one. They've already wreaked havoc onto the CT side of Prophecy with the pistols. They're going to be upgrading into Tech 9s, Deagles, and trying to replicate the first initial round. Usually, as a rule of thumb as well, if you're the solo B player, you play aggressive towards B. Playing towards ramp, you jiggle peek, you're facing. The reason is you want to listen out for players coming towards B from Whitehorse, above Pop Dog, and you want to spot out players crossing towards upper B. When you play so far back, it allows Barbar and Epsilon and Co to just walk down ramp and have the site for free. Obviously, thankfully, back off of the scout from Calais, they did eventually manage to close that one out. Round number 3 now, 1-1 is the scoreline. It's going to be the quasi-bind. Smooya here being the only player buying up Kevlar.
Jump facing across Irving towards Ivy. Just trying to get those early bits of info, tidbits that might help them into the late round. Just keeping them busy right now. Kolar will actually find the initial frag though. Maeve gets a bit overconfident. He does go down as he pushes through, but this does cause the catalyst. Then they'll burst their way out towards A bomb site. They have so much range advantage on Prophecy, but they're playing these aggressive angles. They're getting taken down because of it. Arch as well gets brutally killed there by Smooya as he lands these Deagle tags, taken down. It's Calais just attempting to stay alive as he's pushed from all angles. Will find 1 frag, but can't get the second. Freddy B takes him down. It's a 1v3 for the man that always seems to be last alive, Kree.
Cosmine, 1 HP. Freddy B, 7. Smooya with Kevlar, 100 HP as well. You really want to be giving the rifle towards Smooya. He has the Kevlar and the health advantage here. You need him to be the clutch player in this scenario. Talking of clutches, though, of course, the 1 versus 3, and Cosmine is approaching slowly but surely from the rear.
He's tunnel visioned in, though, towards Bomb Train. He's not thinking about the push from the rear. Cosmine's going to get this one for free, has the trigger discipline, will line up the shot. Kree just tunneled in towards Bomb Train, expected them to be towards the site, and that is going to be his downfall into the round.
Four spies go back-to-back. It's going to be 2-1 now in favor of Epsilon on their T side. They break the money on the CT side as well. Are we going to be seeing a full 4 spy coming out from Prophecy? Obviously, in the last round, they had 3 players stay alive and the bomb defused, so they're going to get $3,500 in their bank accounts, essentially. Let's see, though. Are they going to force up into this one? They could maybe have some infos here. Let's see what the buyer's going to be. It's going to be AWP onto Kolot, Famas onto Arch. Scout for Calais. We saw it be prevalent in the previous 4 spy. Can they repeat that, though, into round number 4?
We do have the AWP coming out on Kolar. This is going to be one of the big staples of their CT side defense. He's normally a machine, really, that Mad Fragger that gets those opening kills consistently. Such a prolific player with a weapon, but he peeks out early, will get the info, knows a player has crossed, but couldn't get the frag.
Cree finds the first, though. It's going to be the 4 versus 5 right now, Epsilon. And the 1-man disadvantage. Collar trying to make a 2-man disadvantage, though.
He knows they're starting to push out as well. They're taking that map control towards the A side, but luckily enough, Quicks is in position. Arch as well, supporting them as they're getting these kills. Kolor looks dazed and confused about what's occurring. Extends out, but he falls, leaving his teammates with just 2 men left standing. Smooya is able to don the weapon that he made his name with, the AWP in his hands, ready to wield it and run absolutely rampant. Is forced to backtrack over, group up with his teammate, but what is the play?
Cree shot as well. They know exactly where he is. Freddy B spots other player towards bomb site. They know exactly if the remaining 2 CT players are.
They're landing the tag snods as well. The confidence is being displayed. Freddy B, we're at the head clean off of Cree. Quicks, he's miles away over towards B, but he's read it correctly. Smee is there. He's fully committed towards a bomb plant, and Quicks has arrived just in the nick of time.
Bomb planted for Freddy B, though. Smee expecting to play towards ramp, but actually Quicks are coming from the rear.
He can clear it. He's got trigger discipline as well. He can try and go for the knife. Butcher Smooya once again takes him down. There has been so much stabbings going on into this game. It is ridiculous. He's also hunkered down. Finds the tag on towards Freddy B. 1 HP is all he has the HE, but he's going to throw it out too early. It'll miss. It doesn't take him down. He's hunkered down towards the ladder, just staying alive, toying with him. Time's ticking away. Quicks might have let it slip. Freddy B will run out of there.
Oh my goodness, Freddy B right now completely outplaying Quicks. He's going to overface to give away the kill. He does just that, but is there time? No, there isn't. Quicks. Not quick enough though on the defuse. Lacks the defuse kit. The full second defuse doesn't come through. Smooya and Freddy B in the 2 versus 4 there. Somehow, some way, bring it to fruition. And it's going to be another round here 1 for Epsilon.
Quick by name, but not by nature. Wasn't able to pick up that round as he will go down.
I mean, a 4 versus 2. You're giving Smooth the AWP. Kolor just looks panicked and confused there. Peeks towards his teammate towards quad. Faces out, looks basically dazed and stunned there.
Yeah.
Easily sprayed down by Smooya. In the AWP versus AWP battle Mirage, Smooya easily took that one in his favor. Even though Kolor was trying to give it verbally. Still though, it's about the numbers and who wins eventually. Not about who wins these 1 versus 1s. Yes, you might be getting the kills onto Smooya, but Smooya's killing the whole of your team.
So once again, they might actually go for this A burst as well. They've got pop dog control. Are actually slowly taking that bomb over towards the B bomb site. Have the utility to play with. Obviously, only 3 flashbangs over. They've got the smokes. They can try and go for this late round play if they want to and cover themselves nicely.
Once again, though, Cree playing passive towards B. Has no information to the current ongoing assault that is slowly creeping up towards B.
Cree this time not even a 5-7 who aided him those nods, just the USP. Smooya gets the opening kill towards Calais as well. You can see Prophecy a little bit scared to rotate over, but they do eventually start to arrive on the scene of the crime. But they're struggling, they can't really do too much. Cree's landing tags, but there's no way he can convert these.
4 versus 4, 4 versus 3, sorry. Smooya throws the frag onto Cree. It's giving the 1-man advantage right now, and no kits for the CT side.
Arch pushing up with that CZ. It can be lethal in close proximity, but he finds the headshot as well. Freddy B goes down. It's a 3 versus 3. They have the Molotov, though, on Cosmine. That is the most impactful factor. Quicks as well, in the rear, needs to strike with perfect prowess on his timing. Can't mess about, but they push towards him. Takes down Barbar. He's going to try and find that kill towards Cosmine as well. He's struggling. Couldn't get the composure to get the kill. And Kolor, at this point, just has to scuttle out of there, run away with his towel between his legs, hunker down, and hold on to his AWP.
Yep, no careful for the retake there, the glass cannon AWP. Even retaking that site, actually retaking B-bomb site with the AWP is actually fairly efficient. Obviously, so many long-range duels, you can have your teammate tap the bomb, you can hold towards heaven, you can hold the long-range angle towards ramp, so... What's so funny there, mate?
Barbar, mate. He was just waiting for the old fist bump.
Yeah.
No idea.
Cosmine just airing him. Let's see what the buy's going to be, though, for Prophecy on the CT side. Probably going to have a buy up into this round as well. So far, so good from the T side. Once again from Epsilon. It's going to be the buy coming out from Prophecy, though. Round number 6. Let's see. Double upset right now for the CT side. Quicks and Kolor. Can they finally hold down and resist the ongoing onslaught from Epsilon's T sides?
Good position to be in as well, obviously. This is where you want to try and dom that double upset. That CT side, the position they're now in, they know how to try and counter the playstyle of Epsilon, but it's not really working out. Maeve just bursts his way out into the bomb site, teaming with confidence as he runs straight through everyone. Cosmine as well connects the headshot over on towards Arch, but they're just getting taken down. Everyone is falling in a matter of seconds now, left with just Cree and Kolor as they have to try and backtrack off and try and save the weapons.
An abysmal CT side coming out from Prophecy. Mirroring exactly what we saw in Mirage. Epsilon just playing the brute force style of CS. Running over the CT side from Prophecy. In the defense, they didn't even find 1 kill. 5 players staying alive for Epsilon. Kolor now once again has to save, has the kick. Kevlar this time. But the AWPs don't even find a single frag. Maeve able to come out of Pop Dog unscathed. No smoke as well. As soon as this flashbang come out from Epsilon, you've got to be getting that smoke down instantly towards Pop Dog to hold off the push. Rule of thumbs here from Prophecy not being used. And Epsilon just basically playing solid Counter-Strike and taking advantage of it. Barbar will even not allow the AWP to be saved onto Collar. It's going to be 1-5 is the scoreline as we go into round number 7. Let's see what Bar's going to be like from that CT side. 3,000 across the board right now into their bank account. Can't really do too much with that one. They do have the 3 or 4 round loss. I think it's a 4 round loss bonus, so they're probably going to quasi-buy this round and then buy up into round number 8.
They're starting to look like they have something to fight for, obviously, Prophecy. But the thing is, when they get to these situations where they actually have the setup that they're effective in, where they can play to the best of their ability, it seems like they just let it slip for some reason. Smear as well with the confidence this time around. Gets the early phase and the information, but blind and can strike. Cosme somehow doesn't care, though. Fights through the blindness, doing damage. Apparently, he's just Daredevil at this point.
3 versus 4 then. Kali now trying to run out shots towards Pop Dog, but won't really find too much from it. Still, though, Smear's out towards Blue Train. Does find a frag towards Quad, though, and now Freddy B towards the flank will actually run through the Fire and Flames and finds the frag towards Default. It's going to be Kree once again, last alive. Trying to see if he can scave with whatever he can save.
Kree peeks out a Pop Dog. These angles are going to be covered. The smoke goes in. You can see the confidence as well from Smear. They just want to take him down. They don't want to leave them anything to play with. Just absolutely brutal as they are taking these fights. But he might get away here.
Keita, if we can see the economy right now for Epsilon. So it's actually as big as I thought, so 5,000 into a few players. Obviously, they're going to get $3,500 extra after winning this round as the bomb will eventually expire. You are going to be seeing 8,000, or sorry, 10,000 to Cosme before he has to rebuy his AK, Kevlar, and utility. But Epsilon right now, they can continuously buy for 3 more rounds. Prophecy, they have to try and string this together, make it 6-4, try and break that T-bank. Problem is, I don't really see it happening. Epsilon, hard and fast, as they swarm the sites together. The close netted, close spacing style of CS here. Simple, but effective. Prophecy, and you can hear them laughing away.
Yeah.
They know that Prophecy just simply don't have the answer right now to the pure firepower that Epsilon are delivering to their doorstep.
Prophecy just look really lifeless in the past.
Yeah,
We've seen them being quite a lively team. Obviously, Quick, he's someone that gets quite hyped up. He tries to actually bring the potential there because they don't have anyone in that coach role. They actually have quite a close friend of them that has been providing that support online, but obviously they don't have them with them here, so they've not been able to fire them up. Quicks or someone needs to step up to that mark, give them that extra bit of lifeline. They have the double up set up into the round. They've got all the natural tools to start to reinvigorate themselves. We just need to see a big play, and maybe Quicks is the man to deal it.
Potentially. Kali though finds the first to Freddy B towards Ali. It's going to be the 5 versus 4 here. Cosmin as well, tagged up by an HE. 43 HP towards Pop Dog. Bomb towards teammate. You have the push here from Kree as well towards B upper. And Quicks, they'll make it 5 versus 3. Surely an unlosable round after the CT side.
Yeah, this is nice. They've actually started to play with confidence, obviously gone for the aggressive faces. You can see that contact peak coming out from Kali, but he second guesses it. Decides to try and back off. Smear still hunkered down, just waiting, Snuts.
Yeah, no reason right now for Kali or any of these Prophecy side to give away the advantage they already have. 2-man lead here. Play together, play the trade game of good crossfires, good setups here, and good positions towards the A site. The round should be yours.
Smear barely missing the shot there. The thing is, May pushing down, trying to get that Ivy control. Even if you find skill into which Kolar, which he doesn't, he would have been the initially traded out by Arch. They just start to fall. They've only got 2 men left. Smear has to be the mean machine he lives up to right now as he pushes his way out, finds the opening kill, takes down Kali, wanted to get the second, but Quick's already in such a great position. Barbar realizes this is way too risky. Back off. You've got 30 seconds. Just stay alive.
2 options here for Barbar. He can try and save or try and take some guns out of the CT arsenal right now. And right now, he's going to be doing the latter. He finds the second kill there for the T side. It's going to be the 1 versus 3 as he runs and stomps his way towards that B bombs. That's the Molotov as well towards Connector. Actually picks up a flashbang as well, so might even be able to get the bomb down here. And if he does, money for the T side. And his goal is to try and get as many kills and take out as much investment as possible onto that CT side.
Not actually going to try and go for the bomb.
No time for plant here.
No time, really. Just has to stay alive. Overextends out, though. Kree will spot him and take him down, so he doesn't get any additional cash, nor force any out on the CT half. Yeah.
In his favor, though, it does go 1 for 1, which means you're taking $5,000 worth of investment out of the CT economy, which is very low. And you're losing $4,500 because you're on your T side when your economy is booming. So in terms of the risk versus reward there, Barbar definitely got the better end of the stock exchange there. It's going to be What is the score? 2-6 now. As we go into round number 9, the buy once again. Single op set up for the T side and the 4 AKs to finish off the rest of the buy. Double op set up though once again for Prophecy. Can they mimic what they did in the previous round?
This is lovely from Kolar though. Go for the aggressive play in that round. That's where you expect him to find that opening frag, show some flamboyancy off of that initial entry, but he falls. Cosme, absolutely brutal as he's doing damage. Creating position, will find 1 kill. Extends out as well. If he takes down Smear, this could put them in a good spot into the round as he finds that frag back towards Smear. They have 3 men left on the side of Epsilon, but they do have the all-important Molotov, but they're losing players still. Cosme will fall.
1 versus 3 now. All down to the Danish player, Maeve. No utility as well. Gonna have to drive face into the CT players.
Has to try and peek off the back of audio cues here, really. Molotov will actually rain up to try and force the peek. He overextends out. They didn't even tap the bomb at that point, but he had to take the fight. Will go down. And Prophecy, they get that round on the board. They can also save the double AWP setup. They're going to go for the triple AWP setup now into the next round.
It was strange, right? You get the initial kill there onto Kolar. Cosme finds an ecstatic headshot towards Heaven. You have the entry towards B, you have the site, but for some reason, the remaining T players smoothly the one towards site. No players from the terrorist side pushing aggressive. Obviously, you find that first kill, you run down ramp, you're smoking connector, you're mollying connector, you're potentially denying the rotations towards B. Instead, Epsilon play far back towards B ramp, and they allow the CT push to come in and the retake to be established from Prophecy. It's going to grant them round number 3, and the quasi-buy comes up from Epsilon.
Kolar trying to go for the contact peek. Will get the initial kill. Plays it smart though. He's going to overextend. He's going to try and hold the angle for too long. Gets the first kill. Backs off. Calais as well chimes in with 1 as he takes down Maeve. But Smuya starts to cause issues. He's finding the cracks in the team, and he is starting to smash them absolutely wide open.
3 versus 2 now. Oh my goodness, Calais there misses a nice and easy shot though. Whips out the P250. Finds the frag eventually. Freddie B now with Kevlar and a Deagle to his name. Can he try and get this kill here? Get the bomb down.
Smoke goes down to allow him safe passage and towards the bomb site. He's fine away with the Deagle. He's landing the tag snots, but he can't convert it into a frag. He will fall. And it's looking scary.
Potentially. Obviously, Epsilon still have the 2-round advantage. That was the quasi buy coming out for them, so they still can buy up into this round here. For Epsilon, they've already got 6 rounds on the board. They have another buy here into round number 11. If they get 1 more, 2 more rounds, if they get 2 more, make it 8-7, for example, they've already won the half. On your terrorist side, train. The hardest portion of this second map here is already out of the way, and you've already won the half, so if they just get 1 or 2 more rounds, they should be satisfied.
Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, Epsilon as well, they're one of the teams that don't really have that many issues on their CT half of train. Prophecy, we've seen cracks arising now and then, but they're getting themselves into a good situation. Now they have the heavy scope set up with the double AWP. This is where they usually perform at their best, and they're starting to show that. Being able to go for the early confidence faces, Calais and Kolar are that dynamic duo we've seen in the past. Get the explosive entries, then fall back and play more of a structured style of CS into the late round.
Precisely. Anyway, though, it's going to be the 2 players towards the CT side towards B, and 3 towards A, so it's going to be the 2-3 split in terms of the CT defense. Maeve now trying to hold for a push towards A main. Quicks playing counter flash. He expects the retake to come here.
Maeve just waiting, trying to play with the timing correctly. Quicks does have his good angled. I think he might have spotted him out. You can see actually repositioning here. Quicks will take the face, but he can't do anything. Ooh.
It's the first kill. 5 versus 4, and that might pull a rotation back towards A. Let's see if Kree or Arch do stay anchored towards the B bomb site, because if they do, that would be the right play. Eventually, though, Kree will rotate back towards connector. It's going to be the 5 versus 3.
Freddie B finds himself the entry as well, as he will take down Calais. Another frag comes through for Barbar. Kree's trying to stay alive. Once again, he will fall, though, as Freddie B will overpower him, and it's on Arch. He has a ridiculous amount of utility. He's got the kit and the M4, but he just needs to save. That isn't going to aid him into this round now. He just has to hold on to it, give his team something to work with into the next round, as Epsilon are going to claim number 7. Uncontested at this point.
Oh, the timing there for Smear will eventually go down. 1 player does fall for the T side, but nevertheless, the round is theirs. Arch finds a second, but all it is consolation frags. 3 players staying alive for the T side. They can hunt this M4 and break the bank of Prophecy. How many kills is Kolar on right now? I mean, it seems like he's had no effect at all with that aforementioned AWP, and we saw, and we mentioned it, especially on the desk as well, how important the AWP is on train, how crucial it is to have your AWP firing on all cylinders and finding the first kills. Finding the kills in the middle round as players are crossing sites. You know, when you're playing back trains, players cross towards default B. You're towards alley, you're finding the kills as they exit team main, as they exit pop dog. But it feels like Kolar's AWP has had no real effect so far.
What's the thing, Kolar as well normally is one of those absolute star players for Prophecy. He just runs rampant. He'll just brute force his way into any bomb site. You normally find at least constant entries off the back of his AWP. He'll play a very aggressive contact style, but it's just not been working out for him today.
You're not wrong, Jack. And once again, it's going to be the glass cannon repeat for Kolob. The Prophecy CT side economy hasn't really been afloat or affluent enough yet to provide Kevlar for Kolob. I mean, in this scenario, right, you've had no success with AWP. Maybe just bring out a 5 rifle setup and play good crossfires, 2 players towards Pop Dog, 1 player towards Sandwich, have heavy aggression towards outside. But once again, CT side falling flat. Smooth AWP finds the first frag onto the Bianca, and it's going to be the 1-man lead. Already 1 minute 5 left on the clock for Epsilon.
Quicks is ready for them to, if they want to try and take that Pop Dog control and reposition towards the A-bomb site attack, but it is going to be the play towards B. They're just going to try and force out a rotate, make them believe it's going to be an Ivy play. They can also rotate over and support their teammate.
Oh! But Kolor, he finds the collateral. Kolor takes them both down. This is beautiful stuff. Huge amount of damage done. He can rotate over effectively now as well as Arch finds their shot back towards Barbar. This round is winnable. They don't know the location of Quicks. He has backstep potential once again. Oh, not another knife gone towards Smuya. Doubles it up as he finds easy frags. Quicks goes huge. The Swede just running his way through. You can see the frustration there as well, proving just how happy he is they pick up that round.
Cast his curse into that round. I mentioned the impact that Kolozorb has, and suddenly he finds a double kill. The collateral being the silver lining into that round and granting Prophecy round number 5. Yep, nice shot there, but how often is that scenario going to happen? I mean, typically, so far, Colin has eventually fall. I mean, he hasn't really been too effective with the AWP, but obviously steps up when his team needs it. It's going to be 5-7, 2 rounds now. It's going to be the deficit for Prophecy on the CT side after conceding the pistol. And to be honest, I mean, if Prophecy can somehow, someway close this one out, 8-7, win that T-pistol, make it 11-7, there's definitely a chance for them. But so far, I mean, the consistency of the pistols, Epsilon 3 for 3.
Yeah, it is ridiculous the rate they are starting to pick up these rounds. Quicks as well comes into effect instantly. I like to see this. Quicks on that secondary AWP. This is where he can be such a powerhouse. He's finding the frags. Kree will take down Smear as he went for the aggressive play. It's all left on Barbar in a matter of seconds. Prophecy starting to find the energy they need to play with as Barbar. He will further the lead a little bit, but he's only left in a 1 versus 2. The bomb's down an awkward location. He can't efficiently take the fight into this round. They can trade. All they have to do on Prophecy is play together. But they're not. They're peeking into it, and they're giving him the openers he needs. Finds the headshot back towards Kolor. It's all on Kree.
He didn't pick the bomb up. He walked past the bomb. I don't think he realizes he could have easily gone towards B right now. There's a welcome back there for him. But let's see, though. Kree has to clear all these angles. Oh my goodness, he's done it! So, 17 HP for Barbar. Kolor, wide faces, gives him the 1 versus 1 there for Kree. You can see his face there. Lifeless, dead. He knows exactly the scenario his team's in right now. It's going to be the reset coming out. 5-8 will be the scoreline. Epsilon Esports already run the half after 13 rounds. And what's mental is the fact that the bomb is down. He doesn't even pick the bomb up. Kolor, all he has to do is hold for the push from Electric back towards Blue or Brown Train. Instead, he wide faces towards Pop Dog and gives away his life.
It's such a ludicrous round as well, the way it's gone. Smuya finds the early opener. They have to just try and wield some aggression into this round. It's just giving Smuya 3 kills, just feeding him right now as they push towards him. Another hat-trick comes out.
Sloppy players right now coming out from the international lineup from Prophecy. Last players alive as well for the CT side. I've no Kevlar, just upgraded pistols, so it's looking like 9-5, and this isn't your average day job here. This could easily be 10-5 scoreline. Double digits once again for the terror side of Epsilon.
Kree walking at that headshot on towards Freddy B though. It's Quicks and Kree that are just trying to stay alive, hoping to at least do something. They just push in, they do overwhelm him, but he'll get another frag towards the end there, but they do eventually fall. 9 rounds on the board now for Epsilon, just trying to further that lead as much as possible. If they get that 10-5 half, they're going to be very, very confident. Their CT half as well, it's not even that bad. They are actually quite effective on their CT half.
I mean, you've got Smuya, and he on CT side terrain, Smuya does basically, I mean, I don't want to say device, because obviously device potentially is more structured to what he does, obviously. But in terms of working the map, peeking towards B upper, playing towards stop sign, towards green train, playing towards connector, playing that rotator role, working his way around the map to find the first kill, that's the role he plays. Let's see what May's going to do to this one.
Tries to go for the early phase here. He will tag Kolor down to 38 HP in a matter of seconds as they are just slowly tiptoeing out towards this A site. They're leaking out ever so slightly, but Kolor takes him down. Smuya as well falls. Archer's in a prime time position to go huge with this UMP as he gets the initial frag. Freddy B's forced to fall back, running 13 HP. Cosmic has gone for the play towards B, slips out and secures it to allow him to get that bomb plant down, but they're not in the best position in terms of their manpower.
Cosmin again aggressive right now, tries to hold off the rotations coming in from the CT side. Bomb will be planted, is planted back towards connector, so good planning from Freddy B. It's going to be the 2 versus 4 here, and Cosmin has all the HP.
Cosmi, He's going to be the difference maker. Trying to play around Freddie B, hoping that at least Freddie B gets a frag on the board. Just try and bait him, work with him as a unit. Freddie B is in position. He can get an easy headshot here, actually, if he plays his cards right. He will find one. Kolar also comes into it, but Arch spots him out. He was caught out in the wrong location at the wrong time, and he will go down. Prophecy, they get that 6th round on the board, so at least it is a 6-9 half.
So, going to be going into round number 16, the second pistol, the final pistol of this opening match here between Epsilon and, of course, Prophecy. The two international lineups here, the Elite Series, and so far, one's definitely delivering a lot more tonight, well, this morning, basically, than the other. So, second pistol right now. Obviously, right now, if you are Epsilon, you win this one. You don't allow, well, you win versus the Force Spy, you win versus the Eco, you make it 12-6. You're doubling the scoreline there. It's potentially the game already just finished. Who knows, though? Prophecy, they need this T side pistol. It's as simple as that. Even if they get the bomb down, it's just not enough. They have to try and get 99 scoreline, break that CT bank, try and have an audacious start, and somehow, some way, claw this one back.
Scary as well, because obviously Epsilon into those pistol rounds, if you don't eliminate those early effective players like Freddie B and Smooya, they can run away with the round fairly quickly. I mean, Smooya himself, obviously, incredibly talented with that pistol.
Explosive as well.
Yeah, he loves to run. He'll go for the aggressive plays. He'll do the dirty work that other players might not want to do in terms of just exploding out and playing rounds incredibly loose. Freddie B as well, he's someone that we've seen, without a doubt, just popping heads consistently in these opening pistols. So Prophecy, they need to have a game plan. They need to try and lock it down early.
So, round number 16 now, second pistol on train. Epsilon won the first one, and Prophecy won the Force by following that one. But right now, Maeve being the kit bearer into this round. Smoking kit for Maeve, forces off Kevlar for the CT side as they push towards B.
Maeve is going to be in position. He has that USP out. He's trying to snipe them down as they slowly swarm out and overwhelm the site. They push deep as well, actually playing with a lot of aggression. Freddie B will find one frag, but he's traded back as Kree will take him down. Maeve is still alive, but he hasn't done too much, only just gets the tag out, and he falls immediately as well. Cosmin, he's there, but the backup has only just arrived on the scene, Snards. This is quite an awkward retake that's going to have to come out. It's a 3 versus 4 as they push in, but they're losing everyone as they will go down. Quicks will find the final frag back on towards Cosmin. Prophecy, they get the bomb down, pick up the opening pistol.
Crucial pistol there for Prophecy to win. Obviously, it's going to be 7-9 now. Force Spy probably going to come in from the CT side. Let's see what they bring out. Are we going to be seeing scouts onto Smooya? Is Smooya going to save for the AWP, or is he going to get a bit audacious and take the high risk, high reward and have a 5-player Force Spy onto that CT side? Let's see. So, Maeve on $1,000. Smooya's well despised the Deagle, so it's looking like they will be conceding this one, as it's going to be just Kevlar onto Cosmin.
The thing is, you can't even count them out in these rounds, though, because in the past we've seen how effective they are. They've picked up rounds just off the back of a couple of Deagles here and there before. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again if Prophecy give them any leeway into the round.
Mac-10 and SMGs onto 3 players from the Prophecy side, trying to stack up as much cash as possible, leading into the first buy rounds, but eventually the push comes in from Pop Dog.
They try and make their play out on towards the site, manage to clear these angles. Quicks will find the opening headshot though, takes down Barbar. Kolar as well will rip his way through Smooya. Quicks follows it up as he will eliminate Freddie B. Cosmin gets spotted out towards Ivy. He's not given a chance to do anything into the round. It's just Maeve. He's got a CZ in his back pocket, hoping to find at least an exit frag, and he might get just that. He will do so. Takes down Quicks. If he just scavenges that UMP, possibly the best case scenario right now, but he will fall.
Yep, 4 players staying alive as well for Prophecy on the T side. They can recycle these SMGs into the next round as well. Have them play aggressive, have them push, find the information they need in case there is a stack towards one of these sites from Epsilon. Nevertheless, stack up $600 across the board. It's going to be round number 18 now. And once again, is Quicks going to buy the UMP? He is indeed. So 3 SMGs, rinse and repeat for Prophecy on the T side, and it's going to be the full eco. Well, apart from the 3 HEs, they're probably going to go towards team main.
Yeah, they should be able to wipe Epsilon away in a matter of seconds into this round as well and just farm up so much cash. You can see Calais, he just is teeming with confidence, sprints his way straight out. He wants to find those initial frags, build up a nice buff of Prophecy to aid them into these later rounds. Freddie B's just going to hunker down, try and play in a bit of an aggressive close position, but Calais does spot it. Krill as well will find that frag back on towards Cosmin. They're all just falling out right now. Epsilon, they know they have to try and reposition. They can't do too much. No real investment into the round as well, so they can sacrifice themselves if they want to, but they don't want to die to those UMPs.
So, it's going to be the 2 versus 5 right now. Quick's playing aggressive towards CT Spawn, has the SMG as well. Already, actually has no kills so far, so we'd love some kills in this SMG. Gonna get 1, pulls at the knife, gonna go for 1.5k. Can he land it though?
They're just trying to butcher him, and they will catch him. Archel.
How many knives is that? 3 already on just train?
Bayonet him, yeah.
So, 1.5k into the bank of Arch. A lot of money stacked up there for Prophecy. Question right now, Jack, is do they bring forward these SMGs into the first bar of the second half, or do they throw them away and play on an even playing field? Let's see what the buys are going to be as we head into round number 19. It's going to be the WMP by Quicks and Calais. Arch disregards the MAC-10 and reimburses himself with the Kalashnikov. Up onto Smooya, no Kevlar though, so he buys the Deagle, takes the risk, and the reward is 0. This is going to be the Glass Cannon MVP for him. He already gets the first frag though.
Oh, he will find that early face, able to fall back as well, gets out of there because of his movement, able to get himself hunkered down towards bomb trainers. He's just waiting, but you can see how timid Prophecy are after that initial contact. They're already so low. They only have 2 players towards full HP. They have to back off. They don't want to go for it. Calais's got them information. They know they can at least try and resituate and take the hit towards the A site.
Yep. Prophecy right now dispersing back towards A, slowly shifting through Whitehalls. Talking about shifting, Calais from behind could catch Freddie B off guard, but actually Freddie B's towards heaven. So he could be the real difference maker here for Epsilon, as is the 4 versus 4. And Cray and Quicks are such low HP.
Calais, you can try and make it up the ladder here, clear it out and find the frag, but you can see he doesn't want to try and run any risks, knows that he might give it away if he goes for the play. So he will just back off through connector, reposition towards that B bomb site, cut off the rotate as well.
Smooya, and who is that? Number 6, Barbar here, anchoring down towards the B bomb site, could come in from behind. And maybe catch his players off guard. Let's see what's going to happen though. 9-9, this is such a crucial round for both teams. As we are equalized, 40 seconds left. The bomb coming towards Team Men is going to be the eventual play towards A.
Oh, that's a nice angle there. Actually, Kree goes down as Freddie B is able to find that frag in a matter of seconds. Can drop straight down as well, but he might be dropping to his death as Calais was waiting ever so patiently. As soon as he got the information of his location, finds the frag, but Cosmin strikes back with 1 frag, hungry for more, but Arch takes 1 single round to rip his head clean off. They're back into it for 2 versus 2. They recover the bomb. They've got 16 seconds to play with. They can go for the commit on the plant, and Calais backs off into a good angle, but they just need to try and play with good after plants into this, try and get themselves into a powerful position.
2 versus 2. Gets into the CT side. Smooya now, the Glass Cannon AWP, playing for the retake. Somehow, some way finds a frag. It's going to be Calais last alive. The bomb potentially planted for him, but actually gives away his position there. Smooth, a nice potential quick scope there. We'll find the second kill as well. I mean, typically that scenario, Jack, you're a Glass Cannon AWP, you're retaking through connector towards the A site, and somehow, some way, you clean up the last 2 kills. That's a poor and, well, simply put, poorly played after plant there from Prophecy onto the first buy round. Nevertheless, they do have money to play with, so they should be able to buy up into round number 20.
Yeah. Nicely done, as they are starting to at least give themselves a little bit of a buffer, so if they do get put on the back leg, they can try and spring themselves back forward. The investment does come out. We still have the AWP and Color. Can he find these entries?
Yeah, of course as well, 2 players still have the CT side, so the money is potentially resettable. And here comes the rush here, the assault towards the A site. Is Smooya and Co ready for this?
Shock and all-star play, just charge your way in, overwhelm the opposition. The defense is there, they're trying to hold them back. Cosmin goes big, Freddie B as well will come into effect as he finds that frag back towards Arch. Smooya takes down Quick, the only one that actually does anything for the T side of Bicolor, but he slips away as Barbar will find the frag. A tenacious defense is shown there by Epsilon.
So, Prophecy, I believe they have enough money to buy up into this one as well, round number 21. You've been shaken by the defense there. They were ready. This is the thing as well. You had no players crossing towards Pop Dog, no players towards Sandwich or Quad, sorry, getting caught off guard. Smooya playing back towards Hell. His teammates as well playing towards Connector, playing Stop Sign. They were ready for a push like that, an aggressive play, and an outside burst towards the A site. Prophecy trying to catch them off guard, but nevertheless, it's going to be round number 21. 11-9 now. 2 rounds in favor of Epsilon. As we see another buy, it's going to be the 4AK buy, and Corlo once again donning the AWP. I don't think we've ever seen him on a rifle. Can he finally find fruition and success on Train?
Yeah. Will he give them the difference they need into these rounds? An aggressive approach brought to the table here as well from Epsilon. As you can see the location of Freddie B's playing quite up close and personal. Color does actually get the entry as well, taking down Barbar. That's that secondary AWP on Epsilon, already out of commission. Cosmin, point blank frag on towards Arch, somehow stays alive playing around the smoke. He's confusing them to hell as he just runs around, finding these frags. They're unsure of what has just occurred.
3 versus 2 though. Colorado find a frag onto Smooya towards default. Cosmin now still towards Ali. He's going to catch a player of Guardian, equalize the scoreline.
Goes into the backstab as he peeks his way out. Kree finds 1 frag back towards Cray. It's just left into Cosmin on his lonesome. He's trying to stay alive as he will peek round, but the spray comes through for Quicks. Easy frag to pick it up. And Prophecy, they do pick that round up.
Yep. Potentially the reset as well. Let's see what the money's going to be like for the CT side. Obviously, they had a very convincing round into round number 21 when the outside burst happened and they weren't caught off guard by it. Nevertheless, the Jack is going to be 10-11. Epsilon, after losing their CT pistol, still in the lead here, just by 1 round. Let's see now what they're going to bring out into this one. So the EK coming out from Epsilon Esports, no set of Kevlar to the CT side, just purely upgraded pistol across the board, and the 4 AK and 1 AWP set up from Prophecy. It's looking like they're going to equalize the squad here, 11-11.
They are playing close angles though, as they push in incredibly deep already. Going to try and take that Ivy control, swarm their way down. Archer's in a prime time position. He's just got to wait for that push to come out, and he'll rack up an awful lot of cash here as he can just find the easy frags. First one will go his way, but he might not clear the angle. Will actually get taken down by Barbar. 1 round's all it takes for Barbar to take the initiative.
And 1 kill is all it takes for Epsilon. The individual skill on these players is so damn high. Let's see what they can do. The bomb slowly shifting towards B. So is Krill and Quicks. But look at the 3-man rotation right now from Epsilon back towards the B bomb site. It's a good solid read here. And once again, Epsilon not going to be caught off guard.
3 players towards that B bomb site. Grouped up. They have that triple threat, but can they actually find the frags with these measly pistols right now? They're struggling to do too much. Maeve will actually step up to the mark as he finds 1, but it's an easy response from Kolor, Cree, and Calais to get those trades.
11-11 as the scoreline is eventually equalized. We finally have a game on our hands here after such a whitewash on the first map. Let's see though. Epsilon will have the buy into this one. Round number 23. Are we going to see a double up setup from Barbar and Smuya? Are we going to see some aggression from the CT side? Or are they going to play passive again like they did versus the outside rush? It's almost like rock, paper, scissors. And so far, Epsilon have been winning on the CT side. Let's see. Themaster for Barbar as he rebuys utility. Orb onto Smuya, and this time he has Kevlar, but no utility. Let's see what he can do.
Early presence being made, everyone just spamming away right now. Smear
Oh
the
my
information,
goodness.
also finds that frag as well. He is able to eliminate Calais, pushing his way up. Kolor does go for the elevated angle, we'll find that frag, but it's another one for Smuya as well. Now they're going to trade for trade, and everyone tries to situate their attack towards A bombs. Like this is where Smuya could be so supreme. He's behind them, he's able to land the flick as well, doing damage all over the place. It's so simple for him. Freddy B will come in with 1 headshot, Smuya for the final kill into that round. It's a 4K for him and another round for Epsilon.
The pure finesse that he has when he wields that orb. The instinct as well. I mean, he finds the first kill. He knows exactly what Kolor is. He does a bit of a, gymnastics on top of the trains, jumps, and he lands on the ledge on Brown Train. Plays the off angle, catches Kolor off guard, gets a second kill, refaces, catches the bomb in midair, lands the flick, and gets the last kill as well. A 4K for him, could have been the ace as well if Cosme didn't try and clean up a frag as well. Nevertheless, Smuya's on fire. He does whiff that shot, but still, 12-11, the reset comes in for Prophecy.
Pushing their way out early, but this time around it isn't a full commit, it's just for the info play. They can now try and readjust, resituate their attack. The bomb is still just sitting around T-spawn as well, so Kolor can just back off. Seems unsure of what they want to go for into this round just yet, though. Yeah,
I believe they have gone for the quasi-bar here. Keita, can you show the money, please, real quick? I didn't see it as we saw the player cam, so... Yeah, is the quasi-bar that can pop into the next round, so isn't really all to play for Prophecy. Obviously, if they force something into this one, and Epsilon won it, and it was 13-11, Eco 14-11, things would have been dire for Prophecy. Nevertheless, though, it's going to be 12-11, round number 24, 1 minute 5 seconds left on the clock. The bomb is still undecided, indecisive. Prophecy yet to show their hand with this quasi-buy.
As they still just wait out in this one, holding their position for the meantime. It's going to be that group attack into the late round as they slowly set themselves up, ready for this explosion. Freddy B, ready to run rampant with a rifle. He's going to be the meat grinder, just waiting for them to tiptoe towards him. Does fire off 1 pot shot as well, so they now know his position. We try and resituate somewhere else, so he's in these one-and-done angles behind bomb train, but the flood does come through. They find both of the opening frags. Smuya will claim 1, Freddy gets the second, almost the third, but Kolor pops his head off with a scout, but Smuya has already done way too much damage with his sidearm.
Clinical plays there from Epsilon on the CT side. 1 player falling, of 4 players, again staying alive for the CT side, so the money will slowly but surely build. And eventually they're going to be a scenario where they can continuously buy, even if Prophecy are winning rounds on the terrorist side. So, 11-13 now. Buy coming in for Prophecy. Quicks, the interim caller. Now Slap is away, probably watching at home, so hello to you, mate. Obviously your team right now not really showing too much without you, but let's see if they can finally show something to be proud of.
Smuya goes for the aggressive play. Holding a juicy little angle there. It's a free frag for him as he will take down Quicks, able to reposition as well. But Maeve with a tap headshot on towards Kolor. That is brutal.
It's like the Smuya special, right? He goes for the smoke there towards ramp, pushes through it, and you're not expecting the AWP to be there, catches Quicks off guard, and Smooth does the same on Palace as well, pretty giving away his game plan, but sometimes he'll smoke Palace, run through the smoke and hold the aggressive angle and catch players off guard with these gimmicky plays. That's how we got noticed, was these gimmicky plays on ESCA, stacking up all those kills, top RWS in Europe and whatnot. But still, you cannot deny the pure talent and just the sheer instinctive plays he comes with, just catches everyone off guard.
A bit about instinctive here as well. Maeve perched up on top of White Train trying to find these frags. Only tags coming out from him now. Kree as well gets that response headshot on towards Freddie B. It's just left on Cali, but it's a 1 versus 3, but he finds the opening kill, but forced to reposition.
As the bomb then can actually go back towards A if he does deem it the right option. Gonna re-smoke now towards lower. Low HP as well. 2 bullets from the M4 should really take him down. Knife out in hand, trying to spot out a player, see if he can find a frag and line up an AWP shot. Nevertheless, the known Epsilon is giving away or taking the bait.
He's giving away so much information as well about how much noise he was making, roaming around this. They knew what was going on. They're able to counter it. But Epsilon, they still need one more round to secure themselves at the least match point.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Prophecy, they're slowly starting to build up rounds. Sitting on 11 right now, but they need so much more.
How many kills is Smooya on now, right? How many kills is he on? Let's take a look. Smooya, 30 to 16. My goodness. So, first map is 25 kills, and this one is 30, and the game still isn't finished. So far, 55 kills in a best of 2, Jack. Unbelievable performance. You're looking at an AWP map like Train. Caller really has something to step up and try and match right now. Smooya just dominating this map once again.
It's the first time we've actually seen Prophecy go for a default take towards the A bomb site as well. Just going to go for the smokes, flashes over, and then push your way out with a split push, one player through Pop Dog. So let's see how this pays off from a little bit more strategy coming to play rather than the Shock and Awe style CS. They lose the first mount though, as Barbar will snipe down Grease. Smooya as well. Going to do the same. Freddie B able to somehow overpower Quicks. Everyone goes down. They're not even going to get that bomb plant down as Arch falls at the last second. Match point now claimed by Epsilon. And this is looking brutal.
It's looking like Smooya's playground. And he's bullying these infants from Prophecy. 15 to 11 now. Prophecy have 4 rounds to potentially concede here. So, can they string 4 together, force overtime and reset the morale, reset the rounds and the money? Let's see them. Tech9 for Cray. It's going to be the 3 UMP buy. Scout onto Caller. Very weak bar on the terrorist side as we go to round number 27. And the double upside once again from the CT side should really spell the end here.
Early Molotovs come down. Barbar peeks out as well. Finds that frag on towards Collar with the AWP as he sets himself up, leading by example into this round to try and close this game out right here, right now on round 27. Maeve as well, trying to defend towards that B-bomb site. Expects this push to come through. There's no commit just yet. It's all mind games.
3 versus 5 now. The remaining 3 UMPs in play. Smooth misses the shot, but still 32 kills from already. He's already done the damage into this game. And eventually, the kills from Freddie B will push Epsilon over the finish line. 15 to 11. 5 versus 2. It's looking like a very clinical 16 to 11 after Prophecy entered the buy rounds.
Yeah, Epsilon, as soon as they got into that CT half, Smooth just started running rampant with the AWP. They've had no real issues arise since then. They also force this double peak. The full extension comes out from Prophecy. They get overwhelmed by the setups they have.